UGC 6791. It's an open star cluster in the Lyra constellation, discovered by Friedrich August Theodor Winicki in 1853. At roughly 8 billion years old and with an iron to hydrogen abundance, the ratio that is more than twice that of the Sun. Gamma Draconis in the constellation of Draco, also known as Eltanin, is a star in the northern constellation of Draco. Now, this is a look into the future. Outshining Rastaban, in 1.5 million years, Eltanin will pass within 28 light years of our planet. At this point, assuming its current absolute magnitude does not change, it will be the brightest star seen in the sky over Earth in 1.5 million years from now. Brighter than Sirius. Planet Jupiter. The fifth planet from the Sun and the largest in the solar system. It's a gas planet with a mass of 1,000, that of the Sun, but 2.5 times that of all other planets in the solar system combined. Double binary star systems in the constellation of Lyra, very small constellation, but known by the Astronomical Union as one of the 88 constellations. I was a big fanatic of nature. I still am, but took many pictures of nature every day, night. Then I started light photography, and then I started taking pictures of the moon. And when I took my first picture of the moon and my first picture of deep space, I said, what are all these stars? Well, I read them up and there were suns. I said, okay, stars are suns. That's how far behind I was. And I caught up very quickly, trust me. Of course, with the proof of photos that I've gathered and the researching them, I've been getting a lot of information on my photography and on my findings in deep space. The moon has shown me so many things, and there's so many structures on the moon that I want to share them all with you. And this is also a part of my photography, guys. I want to share all my work, my photography too. It costs so much for everything today, and to get a bit of real information and to get to see space without actually having to pay anything is near impossible. Is basically everyone has to, subscribe or sign up all the time to see photos, and the photos you can't see them properly. Well, these videos are free and you could pause them and you could look at them, and I thank the ones that appreciate the copyrights. I thank you very much, and I'm just sharing all my work with all of you. I'm hoping that you're all as curious as I am. Guys, this photo I took yesterday at 5:15 p.m. The sun was beautiful outside at that moment, and I do take photos of the moon during the day, as I can do also footage of the moon during the day. Different times of the year, different seasons, different times during the same season, but different hours during the day will give you many different views of the surface of the moon. And of course, by post-processing them, and like me, finding this technique to be able to add color to the photos and to show them naturally, it's just exquisite. Well, I got some good footage last night, guys, so I'll be putting that up tonight. I've been busy outside trying to get the moon, and I was long overdue to get some nice footage, I find, because obviously I live in Canada, and January and February, don't even think about it. The moon, clear days are very hard to come by around here during these months. But nonetheless, I was able to get some great footage. Freezing days, the atmosphere is not so hazy at all, actually, and you can get some great clear footage if you can endure it, of course. This is an HDR taken from a color photo 1000 millimeter lens at 1000 millimeters zoomed out f-stop 7.1. It was just at the beginning of darkness. The sun had just gone down, and it has not been post-processed, therefore we do not see any surface color. And this was just a bit later, maybe 10, 12 minutes later. I'm very fascinated by the different views and the different pictures that you can get with the moon each and every hour. It's just absolutely different. Of course, each day, depending on where the haze is going to be, there are certain areas that we know that there's constant smoke, but there are areas that there are haze on days and days that they are not hazy. So we can zoom in on the surface and get better views of structures. But this today was my artsy side, my artistic side. I want to share some of the beauty in what I'm doing, because sometimes the photos looking for structures very strenuous on the eyes. But listen, it's science. You gotta love it. And if you're here, it's because you do love science, and maybe are curious about who and what is up there on the moon, and of course on other planets. Everywhere we're surrounded, and this doesn't have to be a treacherous or fearful thing. It could be a good thing. You know, maybe they're protecting us. You'd be sure as heck if there's an asteroid spiraling towards Earth, who do you think is going to try to stop it? Maybe they'll help us. And I'll tell you what, if we're still here today, after all these thousands of years, and myself being here for 42 years and never seeing an asteroid, touch wood, come down on my head and kill me, it's because maybe there is someone out there. And when we see these little pieces of asteroids coming in from either the Kuiper Belt, as everyone says, the scientists say, it makes you wonder that maybe those little pieces are remnants of what's going on out there in space as they're smashing these humongous asteroids and just leaving these little particle pieces come down to Earth for us to witness. Venus. As one of the brightest objects in the sky, Venus has been a major fixture in human culture for as long as records have existed. It has been made sacred to gods of many cultures and have been a prime inspiration for writers and poets as the morning star and, of course, the evening star. Venus is the second planet from our sun. So guys, thanks for joining me. Thanks for supporting me. Thanks for stopping by, checking out the channel, whether you subscribe or not. I appreciate the interest. I'm going out to see if I can get some more moon footage tonight. I got some spectacular moon footage the other night, yesterday, and I will be processing that right now if I'm not already doing it. So have a great evening, and thanks for the support.